Hi guys, Ann here, and today we have a walk and talk. I am on my way to the lake and I walked here by myself. I did not take the car. I am out of breath and I have almost a full face of makeup on. Like, I don't have foundation on, but I do have tinted moisturizer on and like bronzer, blush, highlighter, all that stuff. I don't know what I was thinking. I also have jeans on because I'm always scared of getting bitten up since I'm going to the lake, you know? What was I thinking? Anywho, I had to take a walk. The reason why I'm making this video, guys, I have seen some stuff going online that I literally lost sleep over. And I just want to talk about. You know, you guys know, right? I have 3 biological children, and my kids are older, right? My youngest is 19, my daughter just turned 23, and my son is 27. And you don't ever see them on my vlog channel. Now, occasionally you might see my daughter here and there, but even Isaiah, who's 19 now, anytime I do a walk and talk, I never put his face in. And I'm going to share you the reason why I don't think anyone should have their children online, especially their minor children. Because people are sick, gross, disgusting, and demented. Can you tell I'm upset? This is going to be a rant video. But it's because I'm taking up for a child. A 6-year-old child. Isn't that terrible that I have to say that? I'm making a video taking up for a 6-year-old child. Okay. Alright, let me calm down. It is like 95 out today. Today is Sunday when I'm filming. But I like coming to the water because you can see there's a breeze. I'll show you what the lake looks like today. There's nobody here, so I'm going to take my bag off. I don't usually take my bag off when there's children or adults around too, because you know I keep my essentials in there. But because there's no kids around, I will take my bag off. I just don't want anybody to ever grab my bag and, you know. Alright, hold on. Alright, let me show you what the water looks like. It's absolutely beautiful. Hold on. Would you look at this? This is the lake. But let me get closer. I know it's windy. Look at this. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. I apologize if the wind, because I didn't bring my microphone. When I was walking, it wasn't this windy, and I didn't think, hello, you're by the water. So I'm going to be pacing. You guys know I have anxiety, and I pace. Okay. So I have to start from the beginning, just in case if you're like, who are these people and what's going on? There is a content creator. Her name is Tierra Nicole. Now, some of you guys know who she is. Some of you guys know I had talked about her in the past. Me and Tierra haven't always been on the same page. Tierra has made videos on me. This is a couple years ago. I do not talk to Tierra outside of like a YouTube video. Like, say she leaves a comment, or I might once in a while leave a comment on her video, like to show support or something like that. But we don't talk like behind the scenes. It's been years since we've done that. Tierra reminds me a lot of me as far as how she grew up. Tierra has shared this on her channel. She's a little bit younger than me. I'm almost 48, and I believe she is 42 or 43. But we're around the same age, the same era we grew up. There are 2 sides of people, right? You fight or you flight when you go through things. And that is either you sit and you fight or you run. Do you ever hear people that say they don't like confrontation? And then you have other people, like myself, I'll use myself as an example, or Tierra, that will run their mouth. We'll stay and we fight. And sometimes we put our foot in our mouths. We are impulsive and we don't know when to shut the hell up. Especially we feel everybody's ganging up on us. I don't always agree with Tierra, trust me. Some things I'm like, okay, that's a little petty, or that happened a year ago, let it go, whatever the case may be. I do not always agree with her. But what I'm saying is I understand why sometimes she reacts the way she reacts. That's what my point is. Tierra has shared many times that her sister has custody, has adopted her youngest son. She has an older son, I believe he's like 21, 22, you know, he's older. And then her son now is like 11 or 12. I'm stating all this for a reason. Something had happened where she lost her kid because you hang around the wrong people, okay? Last year, I made a video. I had just had a heart attack, maybe a few weeks prior to that. This is when I was doing my cardiac rehab. Do you guys remember? And then this is how I started my walk and talks. And I was friendly with a group of people. And they would talk about this road hog. I didn't know who he was, you know. I would hear how he always talks about women and different things and all that kind of stuff. So I looked him up. I typed in his name. And the first thing that came up was him talking about Tierra and how she doesn't have her. He was parent shaming her, mom shaming her. Again, I'm sorry for the wind. I'm trying to get as close up, but I don't want to be so up in person. You're like, damn man, back that up. And I made a video. I did a walk and talk video. And I stated how I don't think he should mom shame. I also talked about, you know, his wife was pregnant. And at that time, it was coming out that she was never pregnant. I will talk more about that in a second. I remember seeing a community post on Roadhog's thing when he said he acted like his wife had just gave birth. And he says on his community post, mom and baby are doing great. So when it came out that she didn't have the baby, you know, I was like, how are you going to mom shame when you lie about a pregnancy? Now, let me just clear this up. He and his wife state that she was pregnant and she did have a miscarriage. It was a little girl. So I take back what I say about that. That is horrible and I am very, very sorry. Very sorry about that. I know what it's like when you're that far along where you know if you're having a boy or girl and then you have to give birth, right? They make you give birth. And then you have a funeral. And then you get a death certificate. And I don't wish that on anybody. So I'm very, very sorry about that. Now I'm bringing this up for a reason. But that is the reason why when I first made that video. Because at that time I'm like, oh, he's lying about this, him and his wife. And how can you parent shame somebody? When I've always said, I give Tierra props. Because she did an unselfish thing by giving her child up so that her child can have a mother and father in the picture and have a better life. Because most of us, myself included, are very selfish and want to keep our kids, right? But no, she chose to give that child a better life. And that is her business. I don't think anybody should be talking about what she did. She made videos about what happened and all that to show awareness. Like, this is what can happen. And people that don't like it took it and made fun of her. Now, I was friendly with another content creator named Jenny Lee. We weren't friends. Like, she didn't have my house phone number. But we would talk like, I call it the walkie-talkie, like on Instagram where you could voice talk. And she hated Roadhog. Oh my goodness, she used to kick Roadhog and his wife's back in. I mean, she would talk, because he would talk about other women. She could not stand him. Well, she got mad at me. Oh, look at these flowers. Look, I've never seen them before here. Let me turn you around and show you. This is my ADD. Hold on. Look at that. I've never seen that here, right here by the water, the flowers like that. Ever. And I used to come here as a little girl. But that's gorgeous. Okay. So anyway, when I made that video, she got mad with me. She never reached out to me and say, hey, that's messed up, because she didn't like Tierra, because her and Tierra, you know, they had their issues. And I remember she posted a comment under that video and said, you could have talked about anybody else, but why talk about Tierra? And then like just dogged Roadhog out, how he was gross, disgusting, all that other kind of stuff. You know, I guess he talked about somebody named AZ or whatever. I don't know who these people are. Jenny Lee is one of the most two-faced people I've ever met online. Because she thought I was taking up for Tierra because me and Tierra were talking behind the scenes. And she did not like Tierra, and she couldn't stand Roadhog or his wife. And she thought that I should have took up for somebody else besides Tierra because Roadhog had disrespected so many other women. Let's keep it real. And if she calls me a liar, I will be happy to panel up with her right there, and I'll call her out. Like I said, I've never seen such a two-faced person in my life. She befriends people that she kicks their back in behind their back. Should I say, and I'm going to say it, Selfie Queen Cindy, how many times did you kick her back in on Instagram, on a DM to me? Oh, there's a lot I can say, and I don't have nothing against Selfie Queen Cindy. I like her. But I'm just saying, people need to watch your backs. Stop taking up for people you don't truly know. Okay? See, Jenny is the type of person, she'll go on her channel and act like she's Martha Stewart, okay? But behind the scenes, she's gross and disgusting. She will go in different chats and talk about other women and just gross and disgusting behavior and cry, well, they did this to me 9 months ago. They did this. They talked about my kids. Why don't you say what the hell you did? Why are people talking about you? If you have like 6, 7 people saying the same thing, maybe it's something that you did. Why don't you say how you were mad at a woman that just had a heart attack and you threatened her life and threatened to get your cousins and everybody else to handle me? Violence. Not that you would do it. You're such a coward that you have to get other people to do it. Not you. And I lied about it and said you didn't say it until the text came out, and then you literally said, well, you said that at a heated moment. But you lied about it for over a year. But you get mad when Tierra says she should smack you or whatever the case may be, which Tierra's wrong, but you threatened my life. All because I'm calling you out for something you did. You did. These people have such a hate boner for Tierra. They found out where she was, the hotel she was staying at, when she was literally living in a park on a bench. The new apartment she just got. They make videos if she had GoFundMes or whatever the case may be, okay, or whatever, saying she's, whatever the case may be. Such petty stuff that's none of their damn business. Be happy you're living in a house and didn't have to go through what Tierra had to go through, or anybody for that matter. Pray for people instead of kicking their back and at their worst time, because you never know what can happen to you. You don't know what your future holds. Guys, I'm leading up to it. When you realize what had happened to Tierra, then there's this Sarah Jean. Let me tell you about Miss Sarah Jean. I found her through this another content creator, Wildflower Tea. She was doing these, like, I don't know if you would call them documentaries or interviews of like past people that had addiction problem. And you guys know I had an addiction problem many years ago, okay? So I enjoy watching stuff like that. So she interviewed Sarah Jean. I thought it was a great interview. And I subscribed to Sarah Jean. Sarah Jean had issues too with other content creators that she was friends with. And so all of her little friends were taking up for Sarah Jean. She didn't have a problem with that. But then when something happened and people were making videos on her, she cries she had a mental breakdown. She makes a live stream calling out this Steph TMXA and all these other people. And then when Steph reacts to her live stream you called her out on, you cry mental health, mental breakdown. What do you think Tierra's going through right now? Because these people have such a hard on for Tierra. They found a video. I know we're like 25 minutes in and I'm finally getting to it. They find a video on Tierra's channel that was unlisted, but it was in a playlist of her son playing with the teddy bear. And then after he was playing with the teddy bear, he takes the teddy bear and he like slams it on the ground. They perceived that that little boy at the time is an older video. He was like 5 or 6. I believe he's 11 now. But at that time, let's say 6 years old, he was doing something inappropriate with that teddy bear. When I looked at it, it looked like he was just punching the teddy bear's stomach. They make a video and they show this video. Okay, so they blurred his face out, but they literally say, Tierra Nicole's son. Then they're questioning Tierra. Why does she have this video up? Well, what demented mind would first thing think that's what that little boy was doing? Why would she want to take it down when he's playing with the teddy bear? Only a sick, twisted, demented person would think that a child was doing something sexual to that teddy bear. And if you really thought that, why didn't you, no matter if it's your worst enemy, how I feel about Miss Jenny Lee, I would have contacted her somehow. Like when she took those live streams down, I contacted her through email and thanked her. Okay? That's what you do, no matter how much you don't like somebody when it concerns a child. Or if you thought it was that bad, why didn't you contact the police? No, you make a video. Then you accuse, and I'm going to show these videos, not with the child. This Sarah Jean makes a video saying how they make fun of Tierra being a child abuser. Because I said earlier, when she gave up her son or lost custody or whatever, that's her business. I don't care how it happened. She doesn't have her child. She still sees her child. She visits with her child, but he doesn't live with her full time. That child, if that happened 5, 6 years ago, like they're claiming, that child's not even Tierra's care anymore. What is wrong with you? Now, let me show you. Not Another Housewife made a little short of Miss Sarah Jean. I'm going to play that video right here so you see what I'm talking about.
But like he literally is like, and like, what is he showing? Why did he make that video? Was that what he was shown to do? Was he showing us something inappropriate? Was this, a cry for help? We don't know. Kind of, we joke. I'm not gonna say we joke, but we kind of joke about her being, a child. I mean, some people make jokes about it. It's not a joking matter, but like, what if this is like really something that happened? Like, this is just like, but if this was going on, that's why people didn't want you around your kid.
Yeah.
I just gotta say.
Now I'm gonna play a short from Tierra, which broke my heart and what made me make this video.
Am I really? Such a bitch that you would come out your face and say that my baby was sexually assaulted and he was doing inappropriate things with his animal. What? He's the sweetest boy I know, and he probably still don't even know what that means. What makes people do things like this? I'm a human. I am a human. And I'm just a really big bitch. And I don't take anyone's shit. But my baby. Why? Am I really? Such a bitch that you would come out your face and say that my baby was sexually assaulted and he was doing inappropriate things with his animal. What? He's the sweetest boy I know, and he probably still don't even know what that means. What makes people do things like this? I'm a human. I am a human. And I'm just a really big bitch. And I don't take anyone's shit. But my baby. Why?
I don't care what anybody thinks of Tierra or what Tierra does or if Tierra deserves it or whatever. When is enough enough? How low? And all of you people talk about don't bring kids involved because Tierra has talked about other people's kids supposedly, whatever the case may be. Okay? But what did you do? You guys claim that another content creator found Jenny Lee's Facebook page. It wasn't privated, but it was her Facebook page. And this content creator, which I do not agree with, showed Jenny's kids and different things like that because of Jenny act like she's so perfect that she didn't put her kids online and do all this and you'd never find her kids. So this content creator made a video proving, look, anybody can find your kids. I do not agree with that video. She blurred the face out, all this other kind of stuff. Jenny boo-hooed and cried what they did. Again, I understand the way Jenny feels. And I get why this content creator did the video too. I get it. I get both sides. Then these people say, well, they did this to Jenny Lee's kids, so that's okay. You do the same thing. You did the same thing. You just blurred his face too. You people are so hypocritical and disgusting and demented. It's disgusting. And thank God that you finally blurred the whole thing in because you can get caught for child porn because that's what you guys are accusing this little boy of doing. Sexual content on your channel. Nasty, gross, who thinks like that? Like that's the first thing they think that child's doing that. And let's be real. How would you feel if somebody did that to your kid? You guys keep saying, well, she shouldn't have had that on her. Why would she have that? Answer this. Why did she have that video on her channel? Because you sick, twisted minds. He was playing with a teddy bear. She wasn't looking at it like that. When I looked at it, I didn't look at it like that. I showed my 27-year-old and said, what do you think? He was like, looks like he's playing with his teddy bear. Especially if you throw your damn teddy bear down on the ground. That's what boys do. And let's keep it real. Anybody that raised any boys, and Roadhog, you're a man, you know. Now this I do not believe he was doing, but all little boys touch themselves. Because you want to accuse her of how did he know this behavior? 2 years old when they're wearing diapers, and they put their hands in their pants and they start flying. Come on, they all do it. They get to be 11 or 12 and you're wondering why these boys are taking 40-minute showers. Okay, boys are different from girls. It is natural. But that's not what he was doing. And like I said, if that's what you truly thought he was doing that, how you went around about it is disgusting. So Roadhog makes a video about Tierra, a live stream about Tierra's video, her short crying, and makes fun of her. And he enjoys the fact that he broke her down. See, that's what you people don't understand. Let me tell you another thing, Miss Sarah Jean. When you were crying mental health and mental breakdown and all this stuff, where was your friend Jenny Lee at? Did she post anything on her community post, taking up for you and telling people to leave you alone? Did she make a video in your defense? No. She's doing like dollar store Jenny Lee like she does, and that's fine. That's her business. But she plays one way on her channel. But yeah, all of you guys, she's got you wrapped around her finger, because all of you guys, all of you are taking up for her, and she ain't doing it for you. Roadhog, is Jenny Lee taking up for you? All these people that are going in saying how gross and disgusting you are, why she ain't making community posts? Why? You done made a whole video taking up for her and her child and her kids. Because she's got you wrapped around her finger while she's kicking your back in behind the scenes. She don't like you. She's using you. And I'm saying it publicly. And Sarah Jean, you made this video and now look what you did to yourself. See, let me just tell you something. Jenny Lee, when she first started her channels, when she did these little beef live streams, and she would make live streams for hours on Tierra and me and all this other kind of stuff. Well, she realized how that affects your channel. So she stopped doing it because she's trying to grow her channel. Right? That's why she goes on other people's channel, because she doesn't care. She claims, my mom and my kids and my husband, they watch your channel because you're doing Leave It to Beaver stuff, Martha Stewart stuff. They don't know you're on other live streams talking crap, talking about people the way that you're talking about people. And even if you're not the one doing the live stream, but you're over there watching it or talking about other females too and their looks, you're complacent, you're just as bad. Actually, it's actually worse. I have seen community posts of Roadhog talk about different people's looks. And if you look, let's say Tierra put something up, let's say her hair, whatever the case may be, and you'll see when he posts it, it says 38 seconds, Tierra's community post, under a minute. That is stalkerish behavior to, as soon as Tierra posts, you post on it and then want to talk about her looks. How many train tracks or bike tracks is this? And then the messed up part is you have these women that are underneath in it talking about different things. Or Jenny Lee talking about people's looks, about somebody else saying, oh, she's catfishing. About somebody else, which I'm not even going to get involved in that stuff. Gross, disgusting behavior. And this is why I tell you guys to stop idolizing content creators, because you truly don't know who they are. They may act one way on their channel, but they're acting other ways, different places. You have Roadhog talk about Steph TMXA, well, that I know of really hasn't really talked about him. He talks about her teeth. He does community posts about his teeth, her teeth. Talks about her hair color, because she chooses to wear red. No, she's got beautiful hair. I would die to have her hair. I have a challenge for you, Roadhog, because I know you're going to watch this video. I challenge you to stand up on a live stream, take your hat off, and show a full body. Show your full body from head to toe, what you really look like. Why don't you do that? Because you're so quick to judge other people and what they look like. So I challenge you to do that. Take your hat off. Show everything. Show how perfect you are. You know what really infuriated me? When I seen Tierra, her crying, like, okay, I understand she talks about people. I get it. I understand. But when is enough enough? To talk about a child at the time was 6 years old and then say this is what he was doing. I showed you the shorts, what Sarah Jean was accusing Tierra of and saying they made fun of her. You people make fun of her because she lost her child. You know what, Sarah Jean and all you people, Jenny Lee and Roadhog and all you, be grateful and be blessed that there's a mother and father that raise your kids. There's a two-parent home. Be thankful, because not everybody has that. That's what you should be doing, and praying for people instead of talking about them. And when it's your turn, when it's your time, you have to answer to God for all this. You remember this. Just like Tierra has to answer to God for her behavior, so do you. But how can you people say, talk about my kids, or they're talking about my kids? And anybody that condones this behavior, what you guys are doing, is gross and disgusting. I don't care if Tierra puts on her community post or a video and says, dig things up, you can't find me. Why the hell would you do it? Why would you do it and risk her safety, all because you don't like her and you're proving a point to her because you want to break her down? You broke her. You've seen the short, you broke her. Let it go and move on. I ain't going to stay on here too much longer because I'm getting angry. But I truly believe anybody that would have seen that video, you have a demented mind. Demented. And Tierra don't have to answer to you why she has videos of her children. Who the hell are you? Why are you looking through her stuff to see what's playlists and my boob and all? What the hell do you care? If you don't like her, why are you over there looking at her stuff? You already said she's a bad mother. Okay, fine. You already said all this other stuff about her. Okay, fine. You called her a scammer. Okay. How many times are you going to keep repeating? It's repetitive now. And what you women don't understand, Roadhog don't care about y'all. Because like he said, he has a full-time job and YouTube don't pay his bills. But you guys that are trying to grow your channel are only hurting yourself. Because you're trying to grow your channel while he don't give a F. Because do you notice when a man is constantly talking about women and their looks? Why don't you talk about a man? Talk about a man. No, he talks about women. And then calls Steph TMX out because he talks about her and Steph stays quiet, which she should. Because who the hell are you? And calls her a coward because he didn't answer to her. What? Who the hell are you? You're nobody. Not to her, you're nobody to her. And if I were your wife, I would sit there and question, why do you care so much about these women and what they're doing? Why? You made your point. You broke her. You did what you wanted. You got her on there crying. Listen, the way that I feel about Jenny Lee, if somebody went after her kid like this, I'd have her back. 100%. 100%. Those people that you don't like, Tierra, you got to admit this was wrong. Guys, this was wrong, and you know it was. Where's the proof? Where's the proof? What is wrong with you? I gotta stop. Because I'm just repeating myself. My point to all this is, guys, stop idolizing these content creators. Stop. You know, people talk about me like, why do I talk so much about my personal life or my past? You know why? So nobody hangs anything over my head, and I'm just me. Either you like me or you don't. I was a crackhead. I was an alcoholic. I have 3 kids by 3 different men. I have biracial kids. I raised my kids in the projects. I'm going through a divorce right now. I can keep going. I don't regret my life. I regret my decisions, but I'm not embarrassed of my life because guess what? Nobody took care of my kids but me financially. I don't have to depend on my husband or anything like that. I did that. And my kids turned out great. All 3 of my kids turned out great. Sometimes I don't even realize how did I get so lucky? I share my life so that people that are going through it, if they're going through a divorce, if they're a single parent, like if I can come out of it, you can too. That's why I share my past drug addiction. And we're going back 25 years ago, guys, okay? And Tierra, if you're watching, I am so sorry. From mother to mother, woman to woman, I am so sorry that happened to you. I'm not validating people's feelings, how they feel about Tierra and the things she has said and done. I get it. But this right here is unacceptable. Unacceptable, because that boy is innocent. I hope to God this boy don't ever see that video or him being talked about. I hope the sister never sees that video. All right, I'm going to get off of here because I'm just going to keep repeating myself. I have lost sleep over this because of that little boy. I feel terrible what Tierra's going through. And like I said, it could be my worst enemy. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And Roadhog, you are deranged. You are gross, disgusting pig. And see, I can call you out to your face. I don't have to be like these other people that act high and mighty, Jenny Lee, on their channel. I don't have to act mental breakdown, Miss Sarah Jean. Because I can say it to your face. All of y'all are disgusting for being the first thing you think about a 5 or 6-year-old doing that. That's disgusting. And maybe people should look into you and why you're thinking that. I understand when you don't like somebody and it's like you want to one up. If you say something and then this person says something, it's like, oh, fuck that, I'm going to say something. I get it. I understand. But don't sit there and say kids are off limit and then you accept this. You people that are in his live streams, you all too. I'm not telling you what to do. It's your business. But if you have any kind of ounce of dignity or whatever, you'd call his ass out. Even if it's behind the scenes. This is wrong. It's wrong. All right, I'm going to get off of here, guys. Please like this video. Oh my goodness, or dislike it. That helps me out as well. I know it's another venting one, and I know lately, like, it's just wrong. And I understand if people want to unsubscribe from me, but listen, I have to protect that little baby. I have to protect him. I have to call people out. I don't care if I lost all my subscribers. I cannot allow this and not say anything. I cannot watch this and not say anything. I am sorry, but I cannot. Not when it comes to kids. Kids are innocent. Make sure you leave a comment. Commenting helps out with engagement, even if it's just an emoji. Stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay healthy, and always stay you. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Oh my God, I know I'm going to lose subscribers. I just can't help myself. How can somebody talk about a child, an innocent child? I just can't believe it. I cannot. And then you have other women that are literally condoning it and showed the damn video. Showed the video. Showed it. And accused a person without no proof. And admitted they make fun of her. Shame on them. Shame on them. Deranged, disgusting pigs.